absolutely wowed me. I think had I written the book after visiting this hotel, I would have probably added 100 more pages to the book. Yesterday the welcome was just amazing, and I've well traveled all over the world and many upscale places, mid-tier places, but the warmth, what I felt over here when I walked into the lobby, especially the Signet experience of the Namaskar, we are so used to shaking hands and stuff like that, but this had a different kind of a warmth. It was such a touching feeling, like it really shook me, in a good way, in a nice way, very emotional and stuff like that. That for a moment I thought, why did I leave India, such a great place? But it is what it is. Let me now start dwelling on the book a little bit. Centricity is nothing but creating great guest experiences. Everybody does that. Everybody who's in the business continues doing it. But every few years, trends change. And the latest buzzword is centricity. So we had to incorporate centricity, but it is nothing but creating a wow experience for your guest. And what is unique about this book is it's not me just telling you as an author what this book is all about, because we have smart people, smart hoteliers, businessmen, operational leaders in the game. So for those reasons, we used a different approach in the book by incorporating some brands. And Signet happens to be the top of the line brand, which we have spoken in the book. So if you see, there are several pages, like what Signet does and how it does it and how it has grown. My good friends from Signet will explain that part to you because they know better the numbers and stuff like that. I'm just enjoying their hospitality. So that's what is unique about the book. Also, I have taken few brands from around the world. There are hotels based in the United States, there are hotels based in the Middle East, and we've incorporated all those. And also leaders, seasoned leaders who've been in the hospitality game for decades, their thoughts. And last but not the least are the grassroots level people. We still sit in our fancy offices and do the business, but the real people are the housekeepers who go into the rooms, the servers, the front desk staff who actually, face the music, and they come up with unique ways of how to wow their guests. And you see each and every time, and these people get missed out. There are no awards for them, there is no national day for them, there's nothing for them. All they do is they come every morning, passionately work, and go back. And 30 years, 40 years later, they retire, and they are forgotten, So I have dedicated a special chapter to them. I call them my rock stars, actually, and they are the rock stars who actually make us succeed. So that's what this book about. That's what this book is all about. It's a very simple journey. I am giving you a 360-degree approach to the book. What I'm saying, what the business owners are saying, what the grassroots level people are saying, and the experts. So that's what is unique about the book. Feel free to read it. Even if it says hospitality only, I think every business is hospitality, because if you can't be hospitable, I don't think any business is going to be successful. I am open to questions. I would in fact like you to ask me questions, and I'll be more than glad to answer them, because there could be certain thoughts in your mind and I could have missed answering them or dealing with it. So the floor is open. Feel free to ask questions. Once again, thank you for having me here. Signet team.
First of all, congratulations.
Thank you.
For the books. Customer centricity is important in all kind of business.
Yes, sir.
Do you provide any kind of checklist or any kind of do's and don'ts in this book to what to do or what to do not in this in the hospitality business from the staff?
Yes, surely. It has been dealt from every angle, where we talk about how to do it with examples, how people have succeeded in following certain ways of doing it. So the book does deal with that. It does touch upon that.
It's book for the beginners or?
I think it's for everybody, because what happens is sometimes we get rusty, or sometimes we get so, bogged down with the work and the operations that we tend to slip. So it's like a refresher,
Really?
and it's a very light reading kind of stuff, because I know hoteliers don't like to read a lot. Nobody likes to read, 200 pages and 500 pages. So we've lightly touched upon them, and we made it very colorful with pictures and stuff like that. And even the part, where we say do's and don'ts with pictures. So it gets easy, because also there are several languages involved. It's not always possible to get housekeepers who can be very familiar with all languages. So we've used the picture method in dealing with the do's and the
This is your
don'ts.
first book?
This is my first book, yes.
Tell me a little about your experience.
I was passionate about the book. I always wanted to do it. Till I met Mr. Sarkar one day in his office, and he said, "What's stopping you? And we should do a nice launch in Jaipur." At that time, we hadn't even started the book and all that, but he was, right from day one, he said, "Jaipur, Jaipur, Jaipur." So that motivated me to write the book also. I said, here, Mr. Sarkar has created a great platform for me, giving me this opportunity, and that's how it started. And I wanted to share my knowledge, because I think this journey is all about sharing and caring and giving. That comes the topmost need to me. And all the proceeds of this book are going to water.org anyway, because that is the charity which I'm most closest to my heart, because without water we are nothing. Water is life. So these were the reasons for the book as well.
Best of luck.
Thank you so much. I appreciate your questions as well. Yes, sir.
उपेंद्र, मैं हिंदी में बात करना चाहता
And I will try to do my Hindi. It's a
आपके
good
40
practice.
सालों के अनुभव को आपने इस बुक के माध्यम से लोगों के सामने रखने का प्रयास किया है,
Right.
और आपके 40 सालों के अनुभव में ऐसी कौन सी बिंदु पर आपको लगा कि आपको एक बुक के माध्यम से अपने विचारों को लोगों के सामने रखना चाहिए? साथ के अंदर इस बुक के अंदर ऐसे कौन से 3 बिंदु हैं जो आम उम्र पर लोगों को पता नहीं है, आपकी इस बुक के संदर्भ में, जो लोगों तक पहुंचने चाहिए?
I'll try Hindi. He's saying.
आप अंग्रेजी में बोल सकते हैं, मेरे को मेरा सवाल हिंदी में पूछना था।
Okay, great. So, yeah, I want to do English. Yeah. So he's basically asking me 40 years experience. Why have I? Okay. Perfect. Great. 3. Okay. So I wanted to do this after, I would say, about at least 20 years in the industry, 20 saal at least, because to really understand the business and understand the industry, it takes minimum 10 to 15 years. But then again, I moved from countries, so that's the reason it became 40. And I said, if I don't do it now, this is my last shot. I might never be able to do it again. So that was the reason. The 3 points I will say is never give up. Every day is going to be unique. No guest is going to be same. And sometimes what happens, the way we think, that's not the way. So we feel I did everything right, but the expectation of the guest is something else. So the standard phrase is, do like how you like to do to yourself, like to be treated. But I don't believe in that concept. I believe that maybe you like it this way and I like it this way. So try to understand my needs, what I want. So that is the second point where I'm recommending that understand the guest. And there are unique ways of doing it, because everybody thinks, yeah, I need a budget to make a guest experience happy. No, sometimes you just talk to a guest, you listen to him for 30 seconds or 40 seconds or something like that. Maybe that's what he needs, all that. Try to listen as much to him and you will understand him. And these are the three main things I would recommend to everybody who's in the customer service business to use it and focus on this. I hope I've answered to you my best. I would try Hindi, but I'll make a mess of it.
Sir, again, in this technological era, do you think any kind of AI is useful in this hospitality business?
There's nothing better than human touch. There's nothing, no artificial intelligence can help you. I tell you, a simple thing like doing this has wow. So it has beaten artificial intelligence. I say there's nothing better than human touch. Humanity is.
We heard about if someone like Sheikh or other kind of high net worth individual came, they read about their hobbies, their likes,
And dislikes.
they read before they came to the room. So this kind of technology helps to understand your guests.
Correct. It's just a tool. It will help you in processes. I'm not saying it's bad. Like, don't rule it out. Keep yourself in touch with technology. But the personal thing is going to beat everything. So I would still say use it as a tool to focus better. You know, you'll remember better like what exactly he wants or she wants. So for those reasons, you can use artificial intelligence. But to eliminate completely the human touch, I don't think is really great customer experience.
Sir, nowadays there's a lot of competition in hospitality industry or in hotel industry. So how this book can help small hotel owners?
Brilliant question, brilliant. I was waiting for someone to ask me that. This is exactly for the small hotelier. Because what happens, the big brands, they have crazy budgets. They can do anything. They will put the finest pillow, the finest bed sheets. They will do everything, the best marble, the best china and everything. But how can you beat that? By this talk, by this welcoming, by the, by creating the luxury of the senses, the touching, the feeling. So for those reasons, this book is, in fact, it's geared only to the mid-tier segment. My whole focus in life is to the mid-tier segment because that's what the future is. It's growing, and you don't have, everything has to be high price and expensive to have a great experience. Even in the mid-tier, you can have a wonderful, wonderful experience.
This book can be an advantage for.
It's a great advantage. In fact, it's a great advantage.
First of all,
Okay.